I will have a wonderful video that will start us in, like a nice intro video. In the meanwhile,
I have an ad.
we do this. Let me put an announcement in Discord.
Yes.
Because that's important. Importante. Announcements and stuff. Okay. Just gonna... Where's my D&D? Come on. D&D time, y'all. Perfect.
Showing up on my thing.
You have Me6 now. You know he can do the announcements for you.
Yeah. I will work on that later. Alright, so. Quick recap. Doc, thank you for the host.
No. It's okay.
Quick recap of previous events. The companions journeyed through the forest, fought some gnolls, made it to the Elven King. I feel like I recapped this already. Did we get past this part? No.
We got past some of this.
Yeah, met the Elven King, or not the Elven King. You met Lord Oracord, and we're assigned to some hunting. Task is hunting some gnolls.
Yeah, 'cause we said we wanted to go do some stuff.
Yes. So, right, and then, so you guys have just left Oracord, or the Lord's Hall, and you were put in Lord Oracord's mansion, which is going to be your housing for the night. You guys are welcome to spend the day as you wish, just to prepare yourself, recover, whatever. And also, we have a couple quick things to fix, because we had some technical issues, and people have the equipment they were supposed to have, and stuffs they were supposed to have. So, Texas, thank you for the host. Let us get into that stuff really quick. So, Moxie, you should have a bag of holding.
Okay.
So if you go into your equipment, give yourself a bag of holding, and in your bag of holding, should have you should have the notebook of McKilly. You should have oh, actually that might be, you just gave up the amulets, and you have a journal made of bone meal, or a not a journal, you have a spell book where made of bone meal pages and written in Draconic.
It's a dog.
A grimoire.
Okay.
That should be it, actually, because you gave the amulets of Amber and McKilly to Lord Oracord, who gave you guys a whole ton of money. I don't know if you guys added that to your inventory, but that was a total of
300 gold?
1,500 gold total, so if everybody might have increased their gold by 300. If you've increased your gold by 300, then you already put it in, yeah.
I have not.
Nope.
Why are we watching Candy making?
Because I told you I was putting on something. What's
I'm
up,
mesmerized.
Knight? Yeah, I was putting something distracting on, so you guys can't see it. But in order for all of the pictures to line up in the right places, I actually have to share my screen on my other computer, and I couldn't think of anything fun to share. But I put on this Japanese candy making, which I will show you all tomorrow in stream because it's really addicting, and I totally did not watch it and fall asleep today watching Japanese candy making. It's very mesmerizing.
He did make a mistake. He did.
You're not gonna be watching that instead of doing this.
It's
Is that the
really
same stuff we've watched before.
Yes.
I feel like I've seen that.
yeah with Yeti. Yeah, there's like a
Yeah,
whole
Yetis.
there's like a whole ton of them. They're so fucking mesmerizing though. But anyways, back to the game. So you guys have just made it to the house of Lord Oracord, and he has set you guys loose.
We're going to the pub, right?
Eobor has let you free.
Sounds right. Shower beer bot. It is not on.
Yeah, it is. He's right here. Oh, I bet I know what's. Oh, fuck me. Okay, yes. Go do your do your things. I have to reconnect myself. Shower beer bot. So.
Okay.
Okay. What do we need?
Well, we're supposed to be go hunting gnolls, and
I've already got the bow and arrow.
Do we want to do that right now, or do we want to take a day?
y'all want to take a rest for the night.
This is
Yeah.
it's
Go out.
it's morning
We'll have
time
some,
at this point. It's early.
We've awoken.
You guys have not rested the night, but your meeting with Lord Oracord occurred in the afternoon, so it's not morning. It's like literally just afternoon, like
Okay.
2 p.m.
Okay. Does
Uh,
anybody need any supplies?
I'm
Anything
gonna go
need
to the
anybody?
blacksmith, see what they have.
Is there a blacksmith in this town?
So we're skipping the tavern then.
I mean, we can
Where
go
we
to the
left off.
tavern after the blacksmith, right?
I mean, or we could split up. Some of us could go to the tavern, some of us could go wherever.
Making sure we're on the same page, guys. That's all.
I'm not on the same page.
I honestly don't know what happened in the last one, so
We ended where we were gonna go to the tavern, so that's why I was asking.
then
For
let's
beer.
go to the tavern.
Yep, that's where we're supposed to be going. Let's go there.
To beer we go.
I mean, you guys can find a blacksmith if you want it.
Yeah, we can do whatever, guys. I'm just saying. He gave us a Autumn Falling, his favorite pub, so we can hit up the old tavern later if we want.
Well,
Let's
I'm
go.
gonna go check the blacksmith, and then I will meet you guys at Autumn Falling.
Okay. See you
All
later.
right. Let's get on the road.
All right, so you guys head to Autumn Falling.
Except for Elios.
Winning the party.
One guy doing the work, the rest of them are getting boozed.
Yes. Boozed up.
Well,
We deserve it. We had a long day.
All right.
Well deserved booze up.
Booze up.
I forgot
Coffee.
my password. I'm sorry, guys.
I drank all my booze already today.
Rip.
All right, so you guys make your way to the tavern. Oh my god!
So are we gonna start telling bar stories? Cause it's gonna take
Yeah.
our DM a little while.
So there was this
Yeah.
one time.
well, you're not in the bar with us, so
I
Right.
know.
You're at the
Or maybe they
blacksmith.
shout it across town.
Yeah, you're walking around town with your nose in the air.
Excuse me, I was a slave. My nose never is in the air.
How many
Unless
things
it's
is this gonna make me
something.
do? I've now done 8 fucking you know those little like select all squares with things to prove that you're a human.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Okay, now I've done 10. Oh my god. I fucking give up. I
That's
fucking give up.
That's how they
This
win.
makes me want to drink, guys.
God, that made me want to drink. The
I'm
recaptcha.
sorry. I couldn't resist. Yeah.
Yes, nostalgia. That can absolutely be what you do. Alright, so you guys make your way to the tavern.
Freya, do you remember why we came here? Cause my mind's a little foggy.
Yeah. Just I think to, relax. We had a long travel day.
The tavern is another tree. It's not as large as it's probably as large as the it's not as large as the Lord's mansion. Not as large as Orcord's mansion. It's probably 40 feet in diameter, but it has 4 different tiers, but they're all open to the air, as opposed to the previous buildings you've been in, which were like within the trunk, basically, of the tree. The tavern is like all outdoor, so like you're just hanging out in the trees. There are these, as you're walking up, it looks like there's lanterns in the trees because the tree is just festooned with lights in the leaves. And you go up there, and as you get up there, you notice some of the lights are just floating balls of light, and some of the lights are fairies that are just hanging out, being lights. And the bar seems to just, like, everything seems as if it, like, literally grew into a bar, as opposed to being, like, cut. Like, the tree doesn't look like it was cut at all. It looks like it just grew into, like, a long bar and tables and chairs. And the chairs, as you guys find a table and sit down, the chairs are just absurdly comfortable. Like, you would not think sitting on wood would be this comfortable, but it is.
What kind of elven magic is this place made of?
It's pretty magical, yeah. I haven't seen anything like this before, I don't think.
Definitely a
What
whole
is
different
everyone
world than
having?
where I'm from.
Yeah.
Yeah, so the mermaid is actually going to come over to you guys. And, oh no, wait. No, okay, sorry. That was a book I was reading. Okay, sorry. So the barmaid is going to come over to you guys and ask, what you guys are having. Take your orders.
Beer.
Beer, please. The biggest one you got.
Alright. 2 pints of beer.
I need
It
like
comes in pints.
3 pints of beer.
A pint? You don't have anything bigger than a pint?
I mean,
What about
yeah,
mine?
I guess we could find something.
Find some ports.
Let's go. Let's go with a bigger one, please.
Yeah, I could bring me like a pitcher or something.
Giggity.
Yeah,
Alright, one for each of you.
that's what she said.
Yeah, I need one. I don't think these other people are drinking.
Come on.
Can't be outdone.
So you're all gonna take a very
I have a
large...
healthy appetite for beer. So
I'm not. None for me.
Yes.
Alright. I'll return momentarily. And barmaid goes behind the bar and starts gathering drinks while the DM logs into Twitch.
Oh,
You're the one who's supposed to be the most prepared, Blue.
I did not mean to forget my password.
Oh my god.
Typical.
Oh my god, I remembered my oh my... I wanna... That's not my Are you serious right now?
So looks like the blacksmith didn't have anything. I'm going to the bar.
Okay, speaking of the blacksmith, roll
That's where all the cool people are.
investigation.
Just me.
Yes. because you are looking for the blacksmith.
You're the only one.
11.
Nah.
All right, so it takes you about an hour, but you finally find like a section of the city which is like cordoned off, like how I was saying last time with how the trees seem to be interconnected, and in this like connection block, find an elven smithy, and the smith and his apprentice greet you as you walk in.
Hello, good smith.
Howdy, what can we do for you?
What do you have, good smiths?
Well, we're a little low on stuff. What are you looking for?
What kind of armor do you guys have?
Right now we have just the standard fare, leather, heavy plate, steel, scale mail.
Ooh, what's the AC of the scale mail?
Scale mail is medium armor.
That's what I'm wearing.
Intent.
And I don't know if you can wear it, but the
Looks like
AC
my-
is 14.
Okay, my armor's better. Never mind then. Thanks for your time, good smiths. Sorry to waste your time.
Oh, you're fine. It's just we have low war leads to low stock, you know?
Guy's a bar. We're going for him. He doesn't even know what's in store.
Where's my beer?
I'm coming
So
with
back
you.
to the bar. So Elios, you make your way back to the bar. It's gonna take you a little while to get there. So back to the bar. The barmaid comes over with like some solid steins. Like,
Yes. She
Although
is
I'd like to
speaking
point
my
out-
language.
I'd like to point out a stein can hold like just barely above a pint. Just for just for
I'd like a half liter, please.
like just to put
Bullshit.
like this is a stein. This holds like a full pint. Maybe a little bit more than a pint. But like just for
I'm gonna grab my Stein. Just chug it. Just chug it as fast as I can.
okay.
What kind of beer did she bring us?
Dark beer, light beer.
Another.
I
All right.
can see
So
Special
roll
elf
a
beer.
constitution check.
Oh, yeah. All of us or just me?
No, that would be Vicar for chugging his beer.
Oh.
16.
All right, you're fine. So you chug your beer down. Another. She inclines her head at you and walks away. And promptly brings you back a second stein. The rest of you guys are not chugging your beer, or are you guys chugging your beer? Yorkshire is hard for me to do nostalgia. Okay. Sorry.
So, Blue,
Step 1, Yorkshire.
Yes.
what if I happened to meet an enchanted duck on the way?
That'd be weird.
That'd be weird.
That also might be drunk.
How did you get a duck drunk?
The duck was already drunk. I don't know how it happened, but the duck can talk.
The duck failed its constitution check.
No, I can't.
That's how we got a drunken duck.
Yes.
Actually, Duck, you be the barmaid. You be my barmaid voice.
Oh no.
Oh,
No. You
she's
comprehend.
gonna run away now.
Are you
Mhm.
paying me to use my voice, sir?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
Ugh.
in love and
Oh, I see.
good wishes.
Wow.
I have nothing of value.
Mhm. You bought a new hoodie today, sir.
I didn't. You weren't supposed. God damn it! Why do I tell you things? Fuck. Hold on.
So, where are we going after this? We finish
Sorry,
our
Duck, you're not
beers.
gonna want to come along. This is gonna be dangerous.
How is this too easy to guess?
For a long rest, hopefully.
Alright, so
Barmaid, do you have rooms here?
yes. There are rooms here.
Well, that was
Can
a
we have
short
some?
response.
You guys
Do you have
have
any
rooms.
available?
I just want to point out you guys have rooms. Just a quick
Oh,
Like-
we already do.
breaking of the fourth wall. You guys have rooms at Oracord's house.
Oh,
Got it.
okay.
So you don't spend your money on...
Oh, what if he wants to sleep at the bar? Let him in.
I mean, you can do it.
What?
I'm just telling you, you
I'm
have
just telling you
rooms
that's
in
what's
case you were
bad.
trying to buy, like, extra rooms. But, like, if that's where you want to stay, that's totally fine, too.
Little Ducky, would you be able to help me take the half orc back in case he's too drunk to move?
Oh my god. How would a drunken dog be able to help you?
You use your beak and you try to grab him by the armor and you go flap, flap, flap.
I think I'm more of a liability here, sir.
I mean,
Slap.
I'm also lazy, so.
you're also a talking duck, so I know there's some magic there.
Well,
No, you don't.
we are in a magical elven tree bar, so
You are in a magical elven tree bar.
Do you have any food?
Yes, the bar has a wide variety of food. However, none of it is meat.
Oh.
What?
I'm out.
What?
fucking vegetarian elves up in this place.
What do you have?
There is stew. There is a couple different varieties of bread. There are
It's a dog.
there's like a rice and like a Indian food type of deal thing. Like a I literally wrote
Like a
rice and
vegetarian
sock.
curry?
Yeah, curry. Yeah, thank you.
A blue
Blue is slowly losing his mind. Yes.
Well, I'll take one of those.
All right.
Not exactly slowly.
Say that again.
I'm gonna
Please?
chug the rest of my beer.
All right. Roll another Constitution check.
20.
All right. You chug that beer. This is some good beer. You are pleasantly happy with this beer.
That was good. Another.
Oh. Now I just need some rice or something. Get a good night rest.
So she comes. She doesn't ask whether. Oh my god! Another fucking. Why am I turning this the right direction? Okay, this is the stupidest thing I had to do. Okay, sorry. The new CAPTCHA wants me to roll stuff. I apologize.
Apology accepted.
Not accepted.
Breaking the immersion.
Get your shit together.
I'm trying to log into the bot.
I don't want to touch shit, so why would I want to get it together?
Yep.
I touch shit all the time. I still don't want to get it together.
You're a slave, so
Yeah, no.
I don't know what your
joke.
situation
Wear
was
some
for.
gloves and suck it up.
Okay, there we go. The bot has reconnected.
That sounds dangerous and
Why did
fantastic.
that
At the
show
same
up?
time.
LOL.
Nostalgia. I have a proposal. If Chewie rolls a nat 20, I control his next 3 choices.
Yes.
He's not
Why?
gonna roll a nat 20.
Mm.
Oh.
So without asking the rest of you guys if you want food, she actually just brings out plates for everybody, along with another beer.
Bear.
Oh,
And she tells you,
Thank goodness.
total for the
Sorry.
meal is gold.
here you go. Chuck a gold piece at her.
She deftly, without this blows your mind. She, without really appearing to even flinch, just snags it out of the air.
Impressive, woman. Impressive. You ever do combat?
All elves are trained for combat.
She's not wrong.
What made you stop?
Who says we've stopped?
You work
And then
in a
she walks
bar.
away.
Oh, in the middle of my sentence, she walks away.
Woo.
Man,
I like her.
Savage.
feisty elf right there.
Drunk half orcs.
Yeah. Whoever wants to deal with half orcs to begin with.
Wow. I was raised by humans. It's okay.
Oh. Alright. Oh, honey, hush.
There. Everything is fixed. Okay.
Thank God.
Sorry. It was distracting. I apologize, guys. So you guys eat your foods. At a little while into digging into your food, she comes over and looks at Moxie and goes, "Sure you want nothing to drink?"
I'm good. I'd rather sit and watch.
She gives you a smirk and says, "You should meet our bard." And as she says that, she nods her head towards the end where there's been music in the background. Sorry, nobody's hearing music in the background right now. And you do notice an elven bard group playing some music. And the lead of the group, who's playing a violin and singing as she does it. Think like Lindsay Sterling style.
Mm-hmm.
So like the lead of the group, you notice looks kind of like you if you were an elf.
Instead of a tiefling.
Instead of a TV, like very much dressed in like travel leathers and armor rather than like her companions are all dressed in like really fine clothes, but she's got like travel clothes on. Like she's got armor instead. And she turns to you, Bakar, and goes, "Even humans know, even an elven child can beat them in a contest of swords. You should be careful around the women, though. Every elf is taught to carry a blade from the minute they can walk. They don't stop. Our defense of the city includes all of us. There are no civilians in this town."
I've been training my entire life.
I like this place.
She smiles and winks as she walks away.
Flirty.
This woman here.
Oh.
Say again?
I said this woman.
Alright.
Wow.
Am I finally at the bar?
You are finally at the bar.
Okay.
At this point, you arrive.
Well-
Helios!
Oh,
Have a
come
drink.
Beer with us.
Found a duck!
Have a drink!
Okay. Hey, Duck. Hey, Duck, you want some beer?
Some
Yes,
drugs.
always.
Oh.
Cool. Hey guys, I found a mythical duck.
Good audio, then yes.
Oh,
I
Maybe she could audio.
mean, I will put the
No,
mic in my
no.
mouth if I feel like it.
well, they don't have me
I'm
here,
full.
and her duck
I'm
is really
full.
good.
Ugh.
But this duck can talk. Why do you want to cook a talking duck?
So I want some meat.
Well, you can't choose this one. This one's my friend.
Don't
Where'd you
let
find
me
it?
kill me.
Your
I
friend
mean,
looks
I
more
was
like
just
a.
kinda walking around back from the blacksmith, and then here was a duck.
Well,
What's it look like? What's his name?
Duck, what is your name?
Duck.
Very simple. I like it.
They don't name us.
They don't. So you're all ducks? Just
Yeah.
ducks.
Yes.
Just
So you guys see this duck is in fact one of those, like, looks very much like one of those mandarin ducks, so like all sorts of beautiful colors through the plumage.
Mm.
So you're calling duck pretty.
I'm saying that this duck is a very beautiful duck
gorgeous.
with
Oh.
very beautiful plumage.
I'm gonna
She's
holler
a
for the
Brit.
waitress to come back over.
She comes over, eyebrows raised. Yeah, she.
Hey, first, my friend here needs a drink. Second, have you seen this duck before?
Another round.
Have you seen this duck before?
Oh yes, there are many ducks in this town. They wander around occasionally.
Do they all talk?
Sometimes. This is a magic woods. His forests are traced with old magic from before even the first cataclysm. They say that dragons were born in these mountains.
Dragons.
Yes.
Have you seen a dragon?
Yeah.
There's a thing of myth from where I'm from.
That means
Oh.
you should
There are no myths here.
Born?
There's many dragons. In fact, there used to be an old green used to actually live somewhere north of here. The green was
Dragon
killed.
Eggs.
I mean,
Need to sell some dragon eggs. Heard they're worth a lot of money.
are you trying to sell me dragon eggs?
No, I'm asking if you've seen any dragon eggs.
Oh, no. This dragon is... Well, this dragon is dead. Because they actually, before the founders of the city, the elves who moved here, actually killed this dragon in order to build this city. But there have been rumors of other dragons, especially in the north. There's rumors of whites in the north, there's rumors of different greens and blacks. There's even rumors of golds and silvers and bronzes, depending on where you go. I believe the desert out the deserts out east. The deserts out east have a bronze.
That's cool.
What do you know about these gnolls out here? We fought a couple.
If you're looking for information on gnolls, you're gonna want to talk to the archivist.
Archivist?
Yes.
Where can we find him?
Down in the library. You know where the Lord's Hall is?
We just got here
Yes.
today.
Yeah.
Alright. So, and she kind of...
We're staying with Lord Oracord, so.
Ah! Well, good. Lord Oracord is a good lord. It's a shame what happened to him and his son. And his daughter. His whole family, really. Tragedy.
What
But he's
happened?
here now. Well, back, he used to be in a town which we no longer call by its elven name, but in common, its name roughly translates to Roseloam.
Roselam.
Loam.
Loam.
Hello.
And also, bro, what's up? And also, hi Sam. What do you mean suck up? Oh, you're sucking up suck. Okay, sorry. Rose loam. You know, soil loam. He he was there for a great while. He was the lord of the city there, and one of the children of the city was his almost an adopted son, almost his son-in-law actually. As a matter of fact, his daughter fell in love with him, and they announced a wedding. And the night after they announced their engagement, there was a orc attack, and orcs and undead came through the city and destroyed it, and killed his daughter, and his son-in-law was stabbed by his own son in the defense of the city. Of course, the exact events are a little muddled. The gist of the event. His son was then found to be guilty of having raised the undead and brought them into the city,
There it is.
and was thusly banished from society.
I wonder. Because didn't we meet Necromancer already?
You guys have
We've got the journal.
I
you
can't remember if we've said a Necromancer or not.
you
Don't think.
your group was not the half to kill the son of Oracord. That would have been Allura and Metzli killed Amber Oracord. And you guys faced like a cultist who was trying to raise undead, but more importantly, like it was mostly the right who is actually able to raise the dead. So you just kind of met like a cult. Like he had very low magical ability. He wasn't truly like a necromancer. He would have been more of an apprentice.
I just remember something about that. But okay.
Yep.
Well, wanna be necromancer.
The worst kind.
Mm-hmm. That's because he's tall, Texas. Oh, you're actually standing?
He's standing.
Hmm?
Standing desk.
Standing. Awesome.
Fancy.
I need a standing desk.
Very cool.
I'm jealous.
Hi, jealous. I'm Chewy.
Well played, sir. Well played.
All right, so
And
So
she gives you directions back to the Lord's Hall, where you guys were before you
we'll
went
find
to.
the library. Okay.
Yeah, it's the building right next to it. Yep. And by building, she means tree. And by tree, she means tree that somehow is basically grown to be a library.
Well,
elf magic again.
I guess it's.
Man, I gotta love being able to expand this library. All you gotta do is just give it time.
Actually, she turns to you, Elios, and she looks curiously at you, and she says, "Youngling." Shakes her head and she goes, "We sing the trees into shape. Wild elven magic actually allows us to shape the trees to the shapes we need."
Yeah, sorry, I may or may not have forgotten that I've been away for a little long time. Just most of my life.
She goes, it's not a sin to be away from the Elven. Worry. It's unfortunate you didn't spend as much time. That's all.
Yeah.
And
I guess we
turns,
better head
walks
off
away.
to the library.
Yeah.
You want to go to the
Check
library and
that
see if we can
place
find
out.
some information on the gnolls?
Yeah, let's do it.
Yep.
Alright, so you guys head to the library. Takes you, it's a short, like 20-minute jaunt over to the library. And you guys, and it's probably about the same size as the Lords room that you guys went to, like the Lords meeting area. It's about the same size, literally right next to it. And again, it's just another big tree with like a doorway. You guys walk in, and there's an elf sitting like super like this is probably the most casual elf you've seen this whole time. Like they're pretty like loosey, like they seem to be fairly laid back considering they're in the middle of a war. But like this one is the most casual, like feet up on the desk, like sitting, like chair leaned all the way back, feet up on the desk, not giving any sorts of fucks about what's going on. Elf, clearly a wood elf, hanging out there.
Is he awake?
Yes. He notices you guys when you come in, and he makes eye contact, but he's just still like hands behind his head, feet up, like waiting for you guys to come to him.
Hey, we're new here. We were looking for information on gnolls.
Knowles. Hang on, I'll call the archivist. And he makes as if he's like searching through his desk for something, and then just turns around and goes, "Oi, Soren! Got some people,
Oi.
want information and stuff. Look like they're from out of town." And he doesn't necessarily yell super loud, but a minute or two later, you finally hear like the echoes of footsteps, and there's like an older elf comes out, and followed by a dwarf, and they go, "Why do you yell?" The elf goes, "Why do you yell? We gave you the little thing on your desk so you could contact us." And he holds up like a stone. And he puts it back in his pocket. He's like, "You could easily just call one of us." And the guy goes, "Yeah, but you heard me anyways." And the archivist just like, he gives like, you know that look when somebody is trying their hardest to not facepalm in front of somebody? Like that just dead inside look. Like their soul just died. That's the look he has on his face. The dwarf turns to you guys and goes, "Oi! So you guys need information? What you looking for?"
The history on them and how they work together.
History on who?
The gnolls.
Oh, gnolls. Gnolls are interesting.
They certainly.
We're trying to figure out how many are normally running a pack. Trying to prepare ourselves because we got to go out and hunt some.
Ah, so gnolls. We've actually been doing quite a bit of research on gnolls lately. Seems we can't hear any end to them. Unfortunately, gnolls are suspiciously just chaotic and impossible to keep track of. But I can tell you what we know. And, follow me. And he takes you guys, he leads you guys back to this. You guys go up some more stairs and go behind the desk, you know, and wander up some hallways. And finally, somewhere up in the tree branches, you guys at this point have lost track. Actually, everybody roll an intelligence check. This has been a low rolling session.
Woo!
I didn't
Finally.
take my dice out.
13.
Okay.
Oh, Christ.
21.
I got a.
I got a 13.
Fine. Okay.
9.
Okay. Yeah. At this point, you guys are like lost. Like it's been some mazy. There was like shelves. There was books. Been like in and out. The impression that you guys have gathered is that somehow this place is organized, but you have no clue how this place is organized. And you feel like you probably looped around a couple shelves a couple of times, but you're not entirely sure, and you guys are... You're somewhere in the tree.
Okay.
Well, hopefully he's not taking to murder us.
And it goes... The dwarf
No
laughs.
Dewey Decimal System here.
He goes, don't worry. The old man has most of this stuff covered. He keeps everything in order. I just told the one office we were doing research to try to find... I was originally here to try to find some ancient dwarven smithing techniques. Stuff, sundry information. But, gnolls seem to have made themselves the object of interest, so I lent my aid in figuring it out. So, they are ruled. He grabs a tomb off the shelf. Like, you're now in his, like, office area. And he grabs this giant fucking tomb. Giant tomb. It's as big as his chest, and he just drops it on the table and flips it open and he goes, alright, so the first thing you've got to know is that gnolls are generally ruled by the demon god... Oh god. Yeenogu. Yeenoghu.
Okay.
And all they want to do, they just want death. They just are chaos in battle. And so all you're going to be experiencing from them is chaos in battle. Expect absolutely no quarter. Expect no sympathy from them. They kill and kill and they eat. They are drawn by their appetite. Occasionally, occasionally,
Texas died.
We lost to Texas because she was frozen.
second. Potatoes and Mzilicious. Thank you for the follow. Welcome. Welcome.
I'm sorry.
Doing good. Good. I am better than I was doing earlier. And it is stupidly hot in here. Okay, the official in-room temperature. Ready for this? In my apartment, because this thermometer is sitting right next to the window. It is currently 94 degrees by the window.
Gross.
In your room?
Like right over here. Right over here. On the other side of the map from me.
That's horrible.
Yes. That's from like the sun. That is literally from basically the sun cooking this place. And my AC apparently dying. Hold on. Yeah, I decided to shut off, so that was great. That probably contributed to that. So, cool. I'm glad it's in F because if it was in C, I'd be boiling water, yes.
From like the sun. And literally from basically the sun cooking
Oh.
this place.
Oh,
Oh.
Texas, is that you? After your computer? Yes.
Yeah.
Indeed. Welcome back! Hey, okay, we're back. Alright. So, back to the story.
Test, mic test.
So, the Demon Lord, Yeenogu, is the Lord of Slaughter and Senseless Destruction. All he wants is to kill and eventually rule over a dead world. Gnolls are
We don't know
his...
how many Oh,
Yeah, we're just gonna plow on. Sorry, Texas, we're gonna plow on. We'll catch you up.
Go catch you up.
So, what was your question, Vicar?
so we don't know how many hang out together or anything.
Uh, unfortunately, no. It's a chaotic, random chance. There are definitely bands that hang out together, but it's damned impossible to figure this out. Occasionally, bands group together, but they're generally mindless, and the packs can be small, packs can be large. It all just depends. We think this one came from a different plane, though. They were definitely not here originally, because these forests are obviously magical and elven, so there's plenty of stupid elvish magic that penetrates these lands and protects it. However, somehow, gnolls have appeared. So we suspect there was outside tampering. Now, this
Last time we saw gnolls, there was hyenas. They
yes.
associated together.
Yes. So hyenas follow gnoll packs, and we do know that certain kills from gnolls result in hyenas gorging on the flesh of the dead and becoming gnolls themselves. We also know that certain gnoll kills turn into gnolls. Their souls be damned for eternity.
So hyenas turn into gnolls.
Yes, hyenas gorge on the flesh of the dead killed by gnolls and become gnolls themselves. They tend to follow gnoll packs, and
That explains why the hyenas ran last time.
Mhm.
you say they were hyenas when you faced gnolls?
Yeah. There's 2 hyenas that we know for sure. After we defeated the gnolls, the hyenas ran off.
There's 7 more.
Ah. This does add to our knowledge.
Trap the hyenas.
Yes, the hyenas were probably waiting to eat you, feast on your flesh, and become gnolls themselves.
So if we can trap them, that lowers the potential gnolls, and hopefully saves us some trouble.
Sometimes. Occasionally there have been reports of hyenas bursting spontaneously into gnolls, based on little done by us, and we believe it is Yinagu's will that causes this to happen. There have been a couple instances of necromancers taking control of gnoll corpses and gnolls to use for their own desires. And usually the hyenas that are attracted by these bands turn and attack the necromancer. Or lich.
Great.
Joy.
So is there any way to stop the hyenas from turning into gnolls?
As long as they don't feast on the flesh of the dead, typically it's okay. And it also takes the attention of Yinagu to cause the hyenas to turn to gnolls in the first place. So long as Yinagu doesn't have his attention on you, you should be fine.
Okay. You know how long it takes for a hyena to turn into a gnoll? After they feasted, or?
We believe it happens pretty instantaneously. We don't have any true... All our writings on that matter are somewhat obscured by the fact that all we have is stolen writings from cultists that have been defeated.
Well, I appreciate you sharing the knowledge you'll have.
Of course, this is a time of great battle.
This library feels like a second home sometimes.
Ah, it does indeed. By the way, where are you all from?
I'm from a land far away.
Ah, I was hoping you folks were based around here.
Sorry, we are not.
No.
And yes, I know I am a elf, but not really from here.
Well, Elves are from all over, child. Elves are from all over. Sometimes you just have to find your home.
Still working on that.
Well, many lucks to you.
Again, we appreciate you sharing what y'all have.
Of course. Everything we can do to remove the null threat. There's enough dangers in this world without gnolls adding to the danger.
I guess we should get some rest so we can battle in the morning.
Oh, you guys are departing to fight gnolls? Has something been found?
Someone tasked us with trying to eliminate a little bit of the herd.
If you find their den, be careful. Typically,
What's in
their den or their hideout. We call it a
What's
den
normally
because
in
they.
there?
Well, I imagine you guys didn't face the Pack Lord. Typically, he doesn't go out on jaunts. So the Pack Lord is probably there, and whoever summoned them here, because they are definitely not from this place. As I said, somehow they have come into this forest. So, if you find their den, you may find what caused them to be here.
Okay. Well, I guess we better go get some rest, guys.
Sounds good.
Yes. And off we go to bed.
Alright, so you guys return to Oracord's house. You guys take a long
Yeah.
rest. So it is 8:30. We're an hour in. Today was gonna be a short session. I apologize, Potatoes and Amzalicious. This was your first session. I apologize. You came for the short session. I think Vicar and Moxie, you guys have some place to go now.
We gotta go run.
Yeah. So, I think this will actually be a good stopping point for today's session. I'm gonna actually catch up on chat real quick. Let me read a little bit. I'll answer some questions, stuff like that. My head is feeling a lot better than it was earlier. So, if the other players in chat are willing, we can hang out for a little bit, answer questions. This would actually be a really cool day to catch up and communicate with everybody. So, Vicar, thanks for Vicar, Moxie, Wonder Fortunate, thank you for being here. Appreciate you guys.
For sure. It was fun. So I'll talk to you later, Blue.
Talk to you later. Take care. Good luck.
Appreciate you. See ya.
Be safe. All that good shit.
Bye, everybody.
Toodles.
Bye, guys. Okay, so everything's gonna get all screwy. Hold on. I have a solution for this. Maybe. Watch me mess up my solution for this. Or actually, everybody is still decently. Oh wait, Wonder, you're still here, right?
Well, I mean, I'm leaving, but
Right. As soon as you leave, it's gonna mess up all the pictures. That's okay.
I had to pee. I didn't know he was leaving.
That's fine. Yeah, you guys have stuff to do. Do your thing.
Okay, sorry guys.
Oh, you're fine.
All good.
Well,
Bye.
bye. Did Texas put on the jacket and flex for working AC after Blue decided said his out? What's up, Escobar? That would be hilarious if that was the case. I would be tickled by it. There, that should fix, hopefully. Hold on. Did that fix everything? Yeah, everybody is where they should be, except for Vicar's cam is actually OBS, so let's hide that. Alright. So, quick rundown of the story. There was actually, before we started, there was actually two small groups who, did a little bit of adventuring on their own. One group was Allura and Metzley. Both both players of which are no longer with the game. Metzley was actually played by Gold, who's super awesome, and is a deaf streamer actually, but she's a member of the deaf community, and unfortunately having a weekly meeting was a little bit rough on her personal life. She ran into a little bit of a rough patch, so it just became easier for her to stop playing. And after that, Allura actually also had to leave the campaign as well. Allura was another character, another person played her and had to leave. So that whole group that was on their own for the beginning, they are actually the ones who faced Amber Oracord and helped McKilly, the elf, was also mentioned earlier, dispose of evil necromancer Amber. And on their way back to town, while they were doing that and coming back to town, Elios, Solaris, and Vicar were actually out. Wolf, Elios' mentor, took the three of them to this city, or this small elven town that had been just completely overrun by the dead. And they cleaned out the city and killed the Rite and the cultist who was in charge of raising all the dead. Then that group headed back to town. Both groups met and combined. They were sent on a mission to Matt, was your guys' first mission together to investigate the murders in the city? I think it was, right?
I think so. Sounds right.
Yeah, so there was a bunch of mysterious disappearances in the city.
There were the bandits too.
Oh, right. So, as both groups were returning to the city, the captain of the watch, named Captain Valjean, who's a total dickhead, insisted that that there be something done about bandits and some bounties, especially as the owner of the tavern these guys were staying in, called the Harpy's Roost, was known for sending adventurers out on tasks. So he insisted that some bounties were taken care of, so the companions all headed out to handle a bunch of bandits who were total assholes. They did some investigations, they found the bandits, killed the bandits, returned to the city, and began investigating a bunch of disappearances. These disappearances led them to the sewer. That's the point, actually, that Allura was mysteriously taken, and Freya, played by Texas, was introduced to the party, as she was also investigating the disappearances on her own, and was investigating them a lot longer than these companions were, but eventually their paths all led to the same place, and they actually met in the sewer. They then teamed up and continued investigating the path left behind, and ran into an alchemist who was creating chimeras and kidnapping people from the city to feed to the chimeras. They then defeated this necromancer, or not necromancer, alchemist, and one of the prisoners of this alchemist was actually a dragon trapped in a half-elf's body, who they then introduced to the tavern, or the owner of a magic item shop, and they set up a little thing together, or they set up a workspace for the dragon trapped as a half-elf to begin trying to figure out how to free himself from some kind of magic that was a combination of alchemic magic and normal magic, which was somehow blended to trap him in the wrong body. So they're working together. While they were working together, the companions decided to finish out a quest because they were told of a big reward that awaited them upon the return of the necklaces worn by McKilly and Amber if they reported to Lord Enwyn Oracord, the father and almost father-in-law of McKilly and father of Amber, Amber. And so they did that. They trekked through. On their way through the forest, they were actually attacked by a gnoll pack, and they found the elven city of Moonvale to be under some kind of weird war with the gnolls, as they were sending out raiding parties to kill out groups of gnolls and trying to just find out where they're coming from. Last session, I believe, Lord Aenwyn Oracord was told the location. In the middle of his meeting with the companions, the location was actually the city that he lived in. The city that he used to be ruler of before his children were killed. Was where the gnolls are suspected to originate from, and he was about to head off himself, but realized that he had a group of able adventurers in front of him and decided to task them with the job instead. And thusly, that's where we started today. The companions were all post-meeting with Lord Oracord and figuring out their strategy for the next day.
And also happening to meet a magical duck.
Yes, and then a random magical duck appeared. Because I didn't want to kick Duck out of chat, because I like Duck.
Duck is fantastic.
Yeah, Duck was hanging out before.
I'm back.
Welcome back, Duck. Sorry.
You were saying story things that I didn't want to interrupt.
Oh,
I
you're
got my
fine.
sandwich.
Nice. Alright, so catching up on chat here. Mzelicious, you're tired but you can't sleep. Well, I hope I didn't put you to sleep. I hope I was more entertaining than that, but I hope that you do get some rest. I don't know your time zone, but I hope you get some sleeps. Sleep is important.
You know, I wouldn't be offended if my voice was just so soothing.
Oh, I wish my voice was that soothing. I wish. I know it's not quite there.
It's
Yeah,
really
Knight.
when you're at work and that person with the very
Oh.
soothing voice is crying.
Mzelicious is your roommate? Interesting. Mzelicious, we will have a chat. And maybe we'll have a sixth person added to the campaign. So that's the short version, Potatoes. But Knight, yes, there are plenty of... Check the Roll20 forums. I believe there's some forums on D&D Beyond as well. There's a couple different places where you can look to see if you can join a campaign. Who's Mark?
Hi, Mark. Or wait,
Oh,
no.
hi, Mark.
Yeah, nothing like mentioning the disaster artist.
The disaster artist? Ah, UK time zone.
Out of the room. The
Wait, why are
parody.
you in UK time zone? I'm so confused. Texas, I think you're muted.
And your video was being very choppy. Getting maybe about 10 frames per second. Oh, better. Still not hearing you if you're talking. Nothing.
Oh, thank you for approving my shirt. I'm actually really happy about this shirt. I really like polos, especially. I don't know. I'm in like a weird phase where I'm starting to really dig weird things like Henleys and polos.
Yeah, me and Chewy and Knight.
Oh, welcome
Can you hear
back. Welcome back, Texas.
I don't know. Hold on. I'm trying to connect my headphones.
Ah, okay.
My shit is all fucky today, guys.
Yeah, who's Mark? And wait, Emsalicious, you're Texas's roommate?
No.
Okay,
She
that's
is
why I was
my
confused.
friend who is a streamer.
Okay, I apologize. I was very confused.
Not my roommate.
I was confused, okay? Jesus. I'm very easily confused. Yeah, I was like, wait, that doesn't make any sense. What is going on? And now I'm trying to find the roommate comment in the chat, and I can't find
It was
it.
with the roommate's cat, Lou.
Oh.
Yeah, my roommate's the one that was like walking all over me.
I
My
clearly,
roommate's name is Emily. Where the confusion lies.
Yeah, I clearly need to drink more.
I mean, if you think that would help.
Do I use the theater of mind for combat, or oh, okay.
Cheers, y'all.
Actually, I can show you. I can actually show this because this will impart no tactical advantage to show this. But, no, I actually have. Oh, wait a second. That one's fucked up for some reason. Oh, because I don't have the cam going. Okay, so. Oh, I'm gonna have to fix them. We'll deal with that later. That's a problem for future me. Okay, so I actually have. I was gonna switch to it, but
If I had $1 for every time you said that.
yeah, seriously, right?
I'd maybe have about $10.
That is a
Just
problem
today.
for future blue.
Just today, though.
That
Must
is
be
a problem
$10
for
today.
future me. Actually, on this table right here, this thing is a map. Actually, this is a battle mat. These are everybody's characters. I hold them in my hands because they are Legos. No joke. They're actually like Legos. I mean, not like Legos. They actually are little Legos. So Mark is a friend of ours who keeps saying he'll do D&D but never does.
Yeah.
D&D, so I will say D&D is intimidating to get started, but once you get started it gets a little bit easier. If you're a beginner to D&D, I recommend using some of the pre-made campaigns. There are some pre-made campaigns you can use that are really nice. Smooth. Yes, I am the smoothest of smooth. But yeah, so these are everybody's characters. This blue one is Moxie. This red one is Vicar. This yellow one is Elios. This gray one is Solaris, and this black one is Freya. So, oh, and then we have this little green one. This guy. This is Charlie the Chimera, because he used to be. Charlie the Chimera is an alchemic chimera that is now Wonder's pet, because she rolled really fucking well. And yes, became a pet. UK time zone, but then you are too invested to sleep. I appreciate that. Yeah, so I use Legos, because I have Legos to make like for monsters. I have like a ton of, not those. Like I have some Legos that I use for like structures. I have Legos more Legos for structures. I have Legos that I use for like the monsters they face. They're just different colors. Yeah. So I have some Legos, so I decided it would be, rather than getting minis, it was actually cheaper and easier to get. It was actually cheaper and easier to use Legos. He even has his character. Wait. Okay. Hold on. So this Mark character person, Daddy Shark. Who's Daddy Shark? Is that the name of that emote? Is Daddy Shark? Oh my god. That is fantastic. I fucking love that. They played it before, so hopefully they'll walk me through it. Yeah, no problem. That's perfect, Knight. And if you need help, let me know, and I will give you some tips. As a player. Oh, sorry. Go ahead, Elios. Or
I was gonna
Chew.
say, send out the blue signal. Basically, just take a blue laser pointer, shine it in the sky, and maybe he'll show up.
Oh my god. That'd be great if I knew every time a blue laser was shining into the light.
That'd be a pain in the ass.
Hold on. Sorry, my chair keeps sinking down. Another reason why I need a standing desk. I'm using everything at this point as an excuse for a
Shameless
new
plug.
Shameless plug. I need a standing desk and a brand new chair, and I'm using literally everything as an excuse for both of those things. But that's so Mark has his own character made?
Yeah, he just doesn't. He hasn't played yet.
Okay. Like, if you guys want, I can, depending on your time zones, which you guys are probably UK time zone, I can work with you guys to help set something up. The tricky part is finding a DM. And I say that because I've been a player for a few DMs. Everybody else here is a first-time player. I'm a first-time DM. So I apologize, I suck. Also, I fucking love the Daddy Shark. I fucking love that. Because I sing Baby Shark to myself all the goddamn time, and it's a problem. It is a problem.
First step is admitting it.
Mhm. So, if you guys want, I can like consult. The campaign we're playing is actually in a world I created, and I've actually been. You got a DM you. Okay, perfect. If you need help, I will help you. I'm very familiar with the Forgotten Realms. I'm very familiar with Dragonlance. I'm very familiar with normal D&D rules. I've played. Yeah, of course. I've played a whole ton, and from my many campaigns as a player, I've noticed that the difference between a good campaign and a bad campaign is literally the DM. A good DM makes you want to play more. A bad DM will make you hate the game just so much and just quit. So, yeah, I've had a couple of really bad DMs, so yeah. The feeling when the DMD gets disappointed and annoyed because the players outwit you, you know the feeling all too well. I take it that you've been a DM before now. Now I'm sure you've been a DM before. Yeah, one of the first things that threw me off was actually, the very first session, Allura rolled, like, a natural 19, and to seduce a kobold, because she was getting attacked by kobolds, and I, as the kobold, rolled a natural 1, and, like, that moment, I was like,
Didn't work out well for you.
I don't know what to do here. So the way I actually treated that one in particular was I was like, you know what, that kobold is just charmed. You've been playing D&D on and off for 18 years, DM'd around 6 campaigns. Well, damn, maybe I need to come to you for help. Jesus.
The potatoes. Damn, dude.
Holy shit, we have
Holy
a
shit.
literal seasoned expert with.
Yeah, Jesus. Forget me offering help. Damn.
My lord.
Yeah. This whole campaign is a homebrew campaign. This is a world of my creation. This is like I've literally created this ridiculous world that's gone through like 2 or 3 cataclysms. There's a ton of like ancient magical artifacts scattered everywhere. Like the world I've created was based on Forgotten Realms because I grew up reading a lot of Drizzt Do'Urden, you know, R.A. Salvatore's Legend of Drizzt, and that I'm sure you will find heavily influences some of this campaign. Also, Michael Stackpole. Not quite high magic, but not it's above normal. I would say it's not quite high, it's above normal. And then the other thing I wanted to do in particular for this campaign was give every character a magical item that would grow with them throughout the entire campaign. So every character has an item on them that is a semi-sentient, or at least a semi-sentient item that will grow with them as the campaign goes on. So they will have one item that like sticks with them forever, but is not so I'm not making this item so ridiculous that they won't try another item of the same kind, like in the same slot basically. But you'd love that idea? You've been working on something similar for so long? We should compare notes. We should definitely compare notes. If the players want to share what their item is, I'm okay with that, because I'm not going to spoil what their item is. So, yeah.
Solaris should go first.
Oh my god.
Oh man. I gotta find it first.
I mean, I could say it if you want.
I've got it pulled
Oh,
up.
I was saying your pronunciation may be better than mine.
Alright, so Solaris actually has a magical hammer. Solaris is actually a homebrew, like her item that's going to grow with her is her hammer. And she's actually a homebrew race that I made because I needed, this was like a combination of things, is like kind of what she wanted and kind of a little bit of what I wanted. And I made a brand new race that is the Mercury Dragonborn, because somehow there's no Mercury dragons anywhere as a metallic dragon.
I've seen it like a couple places when I've been looking stuff up, but it's like they're all crazy kind of thing, and it's like I can do crazy or
Yeah, so what I did is I made the Mercury Dragonborn kind of like a barbarian style race, but they're more like a civilized barbarian is how I kind of made them. And like obviously we have to sit down and talk about like the finer parts about, because the difference between Mercury Dragonborn and normal Dragonborn is Mercury Dragonborn have closer ties to Mercury dragons than any of the other Dragonborn races, because other Dragonborn races were enslaved by their dragons. Or enslaved by dragons in general, whereas Mercury Dragonborn were actually, they weren't treated as equals, but they were treated more like indentured servants, and as like extensions of the Mercury Dragon's will, as opposed to slaves. So it's like a different.
kind of sucks.
Wait, say that again. Sorry.
Which is kind of why Asimodeus kind of sucks.
Yeah, so Asimodeus kind of sucks because he very much depended on, like, but this is like during the era between the first and second Cataclysm, like early on. But it's called Jank Guthorn.
Yeah, I'm so glad you said that, not me.
I believe is what I'm gonna have to go back and listen to what I called it earlier. But it's a hammer forged in the dragon forges of an earlier age. The descendants of a great Mercury dragon bore this warhammer, passed it down, and maintained it carefully through time and cataclysm. The hammer chooses its wielder, and the Mercury clan competed to become its next bearer. And members of the Mercury clan competed to become the next bearer. Typically, the bearer of the hammer would go on to lead the clan. So, not only would you get the hammer, but you would become the idea is you would become chieftain of the clan or something like that as a result of
Solaris for
being
president.
able to... Exactly. Pretty much, yeah. So it's like a deeper...
For it.
Thanks.
I'd
Oh
vote for
man,
you.
deck of many things. Oh. The deck of many things scares me. The Wonder does not scare me as much as the deck of many things. What I know from sitting in on campaigns is that serious campaigns end up silly and silly campaigns end up silly. Yeah, I'd like to say this is, like, because we're having a more laid back attitude about it, it's a combination of silly and serious, so.
Mhm.
Yeah,
Because-
you just
Hashtag
gotta-
perception.
So yeah, you missed that just for fun. What, last
Jim.
session, or was it the session
Mhm.
before?
It was
was,
the
I think,
session.
a couple.
And it's like, yeah, we're getting up, doing our morning things, and I'm like, I'm gonna do a piss check.
That was a session
And I
before.
got a natural 1.
So
Lovely.
I had to then come up with A, a piss check, and B, what rolling a natural 1 on the piss check is gonna do. So I decided that he peed himself in the worst way possible.
Well, rest of the session. You didn't
Mm.
call me pissy pants today.
I didn't have a reason to call you pissy pants today.
Fair.
Well, and then we carried it on later on when Fortunate was when Vicar was peeing in the
Yeah,
tree.
so there was
Got,
a
like,
funny moment. Yeah,
tapped on
Vicar.
the shoulder.
Yeah, so Vicar was taking a pee during his watch, and and a mischievous ent decided to tap on his shoulder and freak him the fuck out. So that was also fun because that was actually an encounter that I wrote out. It was like one of the two non-combat encounters, like the non-aggressive encounters that I wrote out for your guys' trip through the forest. So I was really excited to use that one. This is actually really cool because this is like a little peek behind the curtain of like what I do. So this is fun. We should do this more often. We should do this like once a month or something like that. Have like a peek behind the curtain or something.
Yeah. Potatoes, I posted something in Discord. You should check it out.
I think. Chewie, what did I make you roll for the piss check? Did I just make you roll a 20 and?
Yep. Hi, Acid.
One moment. This is the fiance.
Hi, Acid.
So this is Blue's fiance. She will call him during streams.
Mhm.
Often.
We love to give him
Like-
some shit about it, and we always know that it's his fiance based on the ringtone.
Yeah.
So whenever I hear it going off, hello, Acid. You didn't say hi, Acid. Do you not want to say hello to Acid?
You said it faster than I did.
Yeah, you can still say it.
I guess.
Alrighty, I'm back.
How's Acid?
Say hi, Acid.
She's good. She's good. She's finally heading home from work. Where she's been.
Wait,
Yeah, she's been there since
What?
6 a.m. They had surgery today.
it's 9.
I know.
Ah.
Mhm.
I guess bones don't stop breaking because of coronavirus.
No, that's all the charting. They had 2 surgeries today,
Ew.
and one of the hospitals dicked them by postponing one of their surgeries by like 2 hours.
Nice.
The hospital, the shitty hospital that they're at, the one that doesn't have their shit together apparently and causes trouble constantly, decided
Yeah,
to do
the
that.
charting will get ya.
Yeah.
Fucking charting. Bane of my literal existence at work.
Here's the occasional cameo puppy. This is Cricket.
Ah. Sweet.
Your
Poochie.
friend once set up a campaign where the quest was to get enough money to afford a drink in the tavern and wound up being this insane campaign running for the law. Oh my god.
It was quite fantastic.
That is fantastic.
Mm-hmm.
Turning into some real Bonnie and Clyde shit.
That is
Oh.
fantastic.
Okay, Chewy, what's your magical item?
I have a star bow, and I'm gonna let Blue say how to say it.
My god. Okay,
Since he
hold
named
on.
it. It's only fair.
Since I wrote all of the stupid names.
Aww.
Alright,
Just
where
the
the
hard to pronounce names.
where the fuck
Just
did I put
casually.
it?
Oh no, what did I just do?
Yeah, if we get another person in here, please let it be like, hey, Jim's like dagger.
Jim's dagger.
So
Jim's dagger.
so the starbow. So
Yeah, right.
So the inspiration behind the starbow was actually the moon sword, the moon blade. But the name of Chewy's is Kunador, Kundanor. Sorry, Kundanor.
Computer's like overheating.
So it is based on it's basically the bow version of a moon blade. Is basically how I made it.
Twin so hard.
Yeah. So
I'll slay.
this bow is the counterpart of the moonblade. It's actually in the description. The bow has a long history as the player gains knowledge and relationship. The bow will challenge the wielder to unlock higher glyphs. So every wielder of a moonblade or a starbow adds a glyph. And this is an ability onto the bow. So the more wielders something has had, the more glyphs it has. You do not know how many glyphs your item has until you've basically fully unlocked it. But it imparts a little bit. The idea is like the people who wielded it before imparted a little bit of what they faced into the item. So, like for example, this is not actually, like for example, something I was reading was like, if one of the wielders of a moonblade fought dragons all the time, it would perhaps afford the wielder immunity to dragon breath, or like some resistance to dragon breath, or like advantage in checks dodging dragon breath, something like that. So things like that is because the item is a little bit sentient. It's the same concept. Basically, I use the moonblade as the base for pretty much every single magical item I made.
Cool.
That is a very dark.
Players ended up killing the quest giver, who was a kid, because he snuck up on them. Oh no! Oh no!
my God.
What kind
Oi.
of Edgar Allan Poe bullshit is this?
Oh my god, no!
Did they bake it into a pie too? Like, is this Sweeney Todd? What's happening?
Oh my god. No, but
Were you hearing a heartbeat through the floorboards or what?
the floorboards. Oh my god.
I would have so haunted my players for doing that.
I have like serious PTSD from that Edgar Allan Poe thing.
The
specific one.
heartbeat one?
Telltale Heart.
Telltale Heart, yeah.
Yeah, the Telltale Heart. Yeah, from high
Oh
school.
my god.
Amontillado. How about that?
So
That's it. Yeah, but I was in a Edgar Allan Poe play, and I was the one who had to guard the heart, and it was a real heart,
Oh.
oh,
Like
and I
a
had to
pig
hand.
heart or
It was like a cow heart, or a cow heart from There's
you
bugs on
made
my
them
wall.
run into the bomb so many times.
Sorry, there's like bugs on my
That's
wall.
fantastic.
Weird. Okay, that's so weird. No, it was a cow heart from the veterinary school in the town I grew up in, and they like bought it, and then we soaked it in like latex paint. So it's this bright red, real fucking cow heart dyed with latex paint, and I was the one who had to like guard it and hand it up to the person who was like standing above me where the trap door was. And I have like PTSD, so anytime I smell
Ugh.
latex paint, I think of that. It's like a immediate. I'm like,
What the
and then it was like I was a real heart. So then it was like a real heart smell and latex paint, and it was a whole fucking thing. And they tossed it. He like tossed this thing. So we had these like paint splattered cow hearts all over
gotta
the
pee real quick.
stage. It was really funny. But anyways, that's a long story. I have to do something about the bug on my wall because it's gonna drive me crazy. What
Kill
the
it.
fuck?
Kill it, dude.
Where? What are these? They're like, there's money of them. What the fuck is this?
Why?
You're the closest thing to the animal or insect and expert here.
Yeah, I guess.
Ugh.
Yes. No.
I don't know what it is.
No.
My landlord's an asshole and he doesn't do
Okay,
anything about bugs, but there's like inside of our fucking lamp. Oh, the fuck, this is so weird. What are these bugs? They're like ants, I think.
Flying
They have
ant?
wings. They have wings. What is that?
I can't help you.
Disappointment.
I mean, I haven't.
Disappointment on your cow.
No, it's dishonor. Dishonor on your whole family.
I
It's
just
on
don't
around your
know.
cow.
It's just so weird. Yeah, we've had a bug problem recently with like ants because summertime,
Yeah.
but I don't know what to do because they're like inside of the. Get out of the lamp.
Oh, Texas, did you hear the high for tomorrow is supposed to be 98?
No,
It's supposed to cool off.
Now you did.
it was high. It was hot today.
Yeah, it was 96 today. Or sorry, 94 today.
They had me
Ew.
twice in a row fighting. Damn.
Yeah,
Sorry
so
about
The
my.
weather just lags behind us. It's supposed to cool off some because we were having weather in the 90s and now it's
yeah, you have the low front that's pulling the you have the low front that's allowing that tropical storm to travel north, sitting like pretty much right over you guys.
Sorry about my butt stream, guys. I was trying to kill some bugs.
You're fine.
don't
fine.
actually see any Texas butt. So
Well, just a second ago I realized my butt was just like in the video.
That's okay.
Oh, I hate my life.
But I mean, I was gonna say something, but I'm engaged, so I can't say it anymore.
Oh, blue. It's not.
I'm not
I
allowed
wasn't
to say things anymore.
anyways, especially because I'm a married man.
And
It's-
your
wife
wife
is
is
sitting
within
in the
arm's
same room.
reach.
Yeah.
Dated.
Within smacking distance.
Fuck you up right now if she needed to.
Blue getting
Boy.
blue balled.
She'll beat you with
No,
that
look.
magical hammer.
I was there all weekend. It's fine.
Boy. Oh no.
I'll chew the rest of my damn hair off.
Let's save the lewd for the other stream, guys.
Yeah, let's save the lewd for when when Wonder and Fortunate are here and mess with them.
Sorry, guys. Okay. Yay. Am I next? My magical item.
Yeah, it's you now.
You should talk about it. Mine's a sword. Mine's a moonblade. I'll just
Yeah,
say that.
Freya
Sword,
got
a moonblade.
Moonblade.
Short. It is a
called-
short sword.
Ethereal. It is based on a short sword. That is the base weapon. The sword has a very long history. It is the air blade of the Salavarun family, and has passed through a few different hands throughout the ages. Again, as the blade gains relationship with its wielder, it will challenge them to unlock new runes. Attunement adds a glyph that will be revealed last. Basically every rune, just like on the Starbow, every rune is an Elven rune. In the ancient Elven of the time. So, from the time of when the sword was forged. In this world, most of the Moonblades and Starbows were forged in the first and second age. So, before the first cataclysm, or after the first cataclysm. After that, and at some point shortly after the first cataclysm, pretty much all of the knowledge on how to make Moonblades was lost. So, Potatoes, I always want to hear
What is
funny D&D stories. So that is my that is, like I said, that's kind of how I based the these items, because I also don't want to just hand the players items that are gonna grow. I want to make it so that it's a little bit of a challenge to unlock the next thing and kind of grow. You're DMing a campaign. Your players went to this mythical abandoned island called Sorcerer's Isle. Once there, they entered the forest, and our resident barbarian player decided to use his archetype feature to speak with animals. Oh boy. I already see where this is going. I can already see how many ways this could go so bad. A certain Moxie used her ability to speak with animals to talk to chimeras, and I couldn't decide whether chimeras were constructs or beasts. I think they have to be constructs, actually. So she was able to actually talk to the... That's how she was able to convince to get a pet. Eh. Exactly, M's-licious. What? Okay, M's-licious, I'm just gonna call you M.
There you call her M's.
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 Okay, M's.
Yeah.
Perfect. Because I'm all about the 1 to 2 syllable.
Yeah.
Like, all about that life.
I mean, you could be unicorn or max unicorn.
Well, there's already a unicorn.
I mean, unicorn is fine with me, because my unicorn is different.
Yeah.
Like,
I should probably just go buy Rhino or something.
so they found this strange monkey-like creature. Our barbarian said hello, and the creature replied with a super happy hello. And that's all it said, because intelligence 3 ain't great. yeah, that's about right. that's about right. M's is fine. Perfect. Yeah. So quick background. Obviously, Mrs. Chewy is also a maximum unicorn. One of my best men, or soon-to-be best men, his name became Unicorn, but he's also known as Koi Guy, because, come on all you gunners, because he's an Arsenal fan. So,
Oh,
yeah.
dear.
I know, I feel bad for him all the time. Don't worry, he's almost converted to Chelsea a couple times. The only reason he picked Arsenal was because I was a big Chelsea fan, and in order to play FIFA against me, he had to not be Chelsea, basically, because...
Oh
Duh.
my god, you are literally like the little 12-year-old boy who's like, I want to be Chelsea, me!
No, I didn't say that. No, he felt... Listen, okay, first of all, I wasn't like that. I was just like, I love Chelsea, like, and I was watching Chelsea games, and then he started getting into soccer, and... M's,
Football.
are you actually excited about Chelsea? Because I'm a little bit worried. Although there are like 5 exclamation points, so I'm really excited. What's Chelsea and Arsenal? Soccer teams in the UK. Or football clubs. Chelsea's better. Arsenal choke. But they are the better version of Tottenham. So if you hear somebody talk about Tottenham Hotspurs, you laugh and you tell them they're shit. You're a legit Chelsea fan. Ems,
Sounds like
I knew I
somebody
liked
said
you.
that to me, an Ohio State fan.
Womp womp.
Oh my
Or
god,
like
there's
what
so
a
many.
Bears fan says to a Packers fan.
No. This is like, okay, so the London rivalries are like Bears versus Packers. Like it's
Ah!
bad. Okay? Because first of all, Tottenham is shit. Okay? And shit is Tottenham. And then you have Arsenal, and Arsenals are just... Look, Arsenal is like that sibling you have that you're like, I want you to do well, but I also want to be better than you always. And somehow they always just match your expectation of performing just well enough. And it's like, thank you for performing at your mediocre level. Because you're just good enough. And Go Vikings win. I don't give a crap. Tottenham is shit. Thank you. Thank you, Hems.
That'll-
Sure.
Oh my lord.
I think I can say this as a given that I grew up in the state where the Lions are from,
And that's fair.
aka Michigan.
Yeah, and the less said about the northern teams, the better. Yeah. Oh,
For
Ems.
the Lions.
You'll get a
Johnny.
kick out of this. So somehow in my FIFA game, Leeds got promoted to the Prem. I just want you to let that sink in. Leeds got promoted to the Prem.
Hey man, Wigan made it 1 year. You're all
That's-
gonna get the chance, right?
It's just so
1 year.
funny. It's just so funny. Look, Derby is gonna be in the Prem before Leeds is in the Prem. Leeds used to be a Prem side, yeah, but then they just like
Let's go.
they like imploded. They were like Bolton. They just something went just super wrong. Your father-in-law is Leeds. Oh, I'm sorry. That's not. It's not funny.
Aw.
It's sad.
I'm gonna get off. I'm gonna get off camera, guys. Sorry. But I'll
No,
still
you're
be on
fine.
Chat.
You're
I just
fine.
don't want to be on the camera. Sorry.
All good.
Everybody. I'll be here, but I'm just gonna get off camera.
I mean,
You can find the screen.
I'll let Duck and Ems talk about Leeds, but yeah.
I don't know shit.
Oh,
about
everything's all fucked up now.
it. Oh no.
I don't know how to fix this. This is.
You could just share the Discord screen and.
Am I not sharing screens already? I think I'm sharing. Yeah, I'm sharing. Beerbot's sharing.
Play out.
I need one more thing to like join. Okay, hold on. I've got an idea. Hold on.
Okay.
I know. I know how to do this. I got this.
Okay. I mean, I could stream something pointless.
You
You want
could, or
Just gonna start streaming Raft.
Oh.
ta-da!
It's the 7th.
Woo.
What's
But-
ironic is it actually is the 7th thing that I'm seeing. If you
Ems,
click on
I
it.
knew I liked you for some reason. You should definitely also actually both you and Potatoes should join the Discord. But yeah, Potatoes, all of the players are new to D&D. All of my players are new, and this is my first time running as a DM. Normally I am a player. So
I am not anything. I'm just.
Duck was just hanging out today.
You were a magical duck. Hello.
Yeah,
Yes, that's
Duck
all I
was
wanted off to get a sandwich.
They haven't discovered the minigun caster. Oh my god. Do not tell them about the minigun caster.
I am intrigued.
I mean, the only one who could probably pull it off is actually Freya. Or Moxie. So, not actually that worried about it.
I'm still intrigued.
We're all intrigued.
If I'm not mistaken, Potatoes is talking about Magic Missile. He can,
Access, do it.
or they can. Nope, not Magic Missile. Oh. Alright. Do tell. Now I don't know. There's a better one? What's better than Magic Missile?
The plot thickens.
Yeah, like Magic Missile is a guaranteed hit, and you cast at higher levels, and more of them hit. Yeah, Magic Missile is like awesome. It's like secretly awesome.
I see.
And then there's a couple other spells which are in some of the like supplemental books, like Catapult actually does stupid damage. Hexblade. Okay. Interesting.
I don't see where it's going, but again, I'm a noob.
You can lay it out. It's okay. I'm good with you laying it out. Nobody can pick up Hexblade, so.
Although potatoes, if you have any builds that you would recommend for our range,
I mean, what's funny, Chewy, is that I used to play Ranger and let's see, I did Rangers, I combined Rangers and Wizards, and I combined Rangers and Sorcerers just to get a little bit of magic in. So I was kind of like a Spellblade, but not quite, and it was a lot of fun. I've done that a few times. And I was a cleric. That one sucked.
Oh,
And that one's
bye night.
Good night, Knight. Take care, man. Eldritch Blast. Ah, I fucking love Eldritch Blast. I always forget about Eldritch Blast. Yeah.
peace
I
out,
feel-
nostalgia.
Wait, it levels with your overall level? Really?
Ooh.
I did not know that, actually. And then sorcerers can use quicken meta magic, yeah. Huh.
With the
Same.
plot thickens.
Well, it's funny because I think Moxie can actually cast Eldritch Blast.
I might be able to.
Oh, damn. Yeah, but it's
Yeah.
specifically the Warlock Sorcerer combo that has to. Or, I guess, Hexblade or Warlock Sorcerer, right?
I mean, I have Eldritch Blast, so I might be able to do something.
Wait, you have Eldritch Blast?
Yep.
Huh.
Cantrip. With 120-foot range.
Oh, you add Curse to the damage. Well, doesn't, Warlock gets Curse, right? Doesn't, Warlock can also have Curse? And I think there's one other class that can use Curse. But the other thing you have to balance that with... Oh, it's a class-specific curse. Okay. And then a hex spell on top of it. Okay. So it's not like the normal... Okay. Huh. Good to know. Good to know.
Good to be in the know. Yes.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Most of the characters I play in D&D settings are low magic, high, like I said, a ranger is like my favorite class. I played a cleric once in an evil campaign. That went very poorly, and I hated the DM. And like we were like 2 or 3 sessions in, and the DM decided we were gonna do Eberron. Like we were already into the game, and he was like, "We're gonna do Eberron rules now." And so the game changed, and then I got trampled by horses because I rolled a 9 on my handle animals check, which is apparently what you had to roll in 3.5 in order to just ride a horse. So,
interesting.
yeah. my animal handling as a cleric was very low, and then I got trampled. Which I was like, I didn't roll a 1 though, so why did I? But you know. So level 5, everything popping off, you deal something. Well, damn. That is a lot of damage.
That's a lot of damage.
But at level 5 is when you start. I will say the thing about level 5 is that's when you start seeing the legendary monsters start appear. And that's exciting.
I feel like you've given us some pretty tough fights already.
I've given you a couple of tougher fights. That's probably, don't expect that to start. Don't expect that to stop. I enjoy challenging you guys, and I feel like one of the cool things about D&D is having those fights where you're like a couple players on the brink of death and you like barely win. Those are the best fights. Is like a couple lucky rolls. Is see, potatoes. That's basically what I'd do. Is I'd take a couple levels of fighter, especially so I could pick up like 2-weapon fighting or like some bonuses from fighter, and then I would just plow into ranger, and I would have like, I would make sure I would base my favorite enemy against stuff that we face all the time, and it's just so much fun.
Well, I hope I started doing the smart with the what's the one thing? The Slayer's Prey.
Yeah, I
And
mean,
target do the extra D6.
so what's really interesting about the way you have yours set up right now, Chewy, is I haven't played a ranger since 3.5. So, well, technically I haven't played a ranger since 4. So 4th edition was also really fucked up, and I hated 4th edition. So,
Didn't a lot of people hate 4th edition?
yeah, 4th edition is terrible. If you're using finesse, 3 levels of rogue for the assassin archetype, ooh. Yeah, especially now in 5th edition, because I didn't really look much into the rogue for the assassin abilities, for the assassin archetype, until 5th edition came out. Before that, I didn't really try for any of that. So this is another reason why I'm really excited for Baldur's Gate. Because Baldur's Gate 3 is the first game that's going to be based on D&D 5th edition rules instead of 3.5. Because we've literally gone from 3.5 to 5th edition as far as video games are concerned. And I'm very excited. Because 5th edition... So, I love 5th edition. I'm not gonna lie. 5th edition has done a really good job of taking the things that were awesome from 3.5 and improving on them. And going back on a lot of the crap that just sucked in, the 4th edition. I think 4th edition was like the worst. Like, it just, I hated 4th for so many reasons. Like, it just got in the way of everything. Yeah, like, because, so, 4th edition, the whole point of 4th edition D&D was to try to make people like it more by getting rid of some of the math involved. But it didn't improve on the storytelling at all. So the result was kind of like you had nothing to replace what was being taken out, so it kind of was lackluster, if that makes sense. But then they in 5th edition they added in like storytelling. Yeah. 4th edition was D&D with an MMORPG style system, which just kind of like killed some things. And magic just sucked in 4th edition. Like, Magic was abysmal in 4th edition. So it was just far more exciting to have. Like, 5th edition was really exciting because they fixed so much. And that's why I'm glad we're able to play 5th edition rules. If it wasn't for 5th edition, the emphasis wouldn't be so much on like the story of going on, but it'd be on the math, basically. Or like MMO character building. And it's like, those things are cool and all, but as a campaign, it takes away from everything. So, yeah. Fourth edition sucked so much. Play a half-elf barbarian in 4th edition and you'll laugh as you just rush around the map one-shotting everything. Yeah, basically. Like, if you try to do anything magic, couldn't do anything. But if you were one of the melee builds, like the barbarian, you just literally dominated the field.
Yeah.
I mean, barbarians in 5th edition are actually really sweet, and I'm really excited for you to see some of the upper level stuff that are involved with being a barbarian. So, I'm actually very excited for you to finally encounter some of the upper level barbarian stuff, because soon you'll be getting a second attack every turn. Yeah,
I can just picture you like having 4 attacks and just being like,
I mean, you can take feats that add more attacks on, so like that is an option instead of I think it's instead of increasing your ability score, you can add an extra attack. It's a feat.
Oh yes.
So like, yeah, you can definitely improve some things. Like,
Potatoes, I should also note that, like, when she plays Skyrim, she loves running around. I forget what your favorite race was.
It changes, but it's always some sort of like
Two-handed,
Warhammer.
heavy armor, smash the shit out of stuff.
Smash it before it smashes you.
yeah. So a lot of death, destruction, and mayhem. And yeah, so it's like 8:30 for you guys. So I think we're gonna wrap up here. Typically our sessions, because I think Potatoes, this is your first session, right? I think this is the first one for M's. Typically we go for like 2 to 3 hours a session, mainly because Ms. Chuy has work in the morning.
Yep.
So I try to keep the session shorter. I've actually been a little bit better about pacing. That's something that I've sucked at. So yeah, I think this will be about it for today. We're gonna definitely be back next week. We will not be in 3 weeks, the 30th. There will not be a session. My fiance's in town. Kalashar Bear Totem Barbarian. Resistant to all day. Are you kidding? Oh my god. Man, barbarians have gotten major love.
Yeah.
I mean, 3-5, it makes sense though. 3-5, like, you had to build your barbarian, like, carefully. And now you can kind of be a little bit more willy-nilly about how you build your barbarian, and it's really nice. Thank you for the entertainment. No, thank you for coming. I try to be entertaining. I think that comes as a result of dice and playing, all that good stuff. There's so many of these weird bugs. Huh. I wonder what they are. Maybe they're beetles again. But, no, thank you guys for coming. D&D is on for the next 2 weeks, like I said, the 30th. And I'll keep reminding everybody at the end and beginning of campaigns. Like I said, my fiance is gonna be in town. Probably gonna be spending that day with her. Plus, both Texas and Wonder are gonna be they're taking a vacation, so they will be out of town. And with half of us basically being out, as well just push back a week. Kalishtar as a race get resistance to psychic. Bear Totem get resistance to everything but psychic. Oh. Damn. Yeah, also, Texas, don't go crazy. Crazy is bad. Well, not bad,
Depends
but...
on the crazy.
Wait, did I say you were taking a vacation? I meant Wonder and Fortunate. Oh my god.
Blue, I say this out of love.
I give up.
Go to sleep.
Yeah, I need it. My brain... It's crazy. Sorry. Texas is not going on vacation. Wonder and Fortunate are going on vacation. I'm just reading names off my screen now at this point. So, that's great. Ems, we're gonna be in touch. Especially since you're a legit Chelsea fan. Because I want to go to England and watch Chelsea play. This is dream. So. We're all gonna go visit Potatoes. Okay, I'm done.
Sounds good.
You guys in? We'll just all go there.
So good.
Sweet.
Probably would be for the best.
Probably.
Yeah. So I should be live tomorrow. Hopefully early actually. Oh, Switzerland? Dude. Since the fiance is not here, I'm gonna tell you. Part of my secret honeymoon plans incorporate Switzerland. So
Confirmed. Blue's going to Europe for his honeymoon.
I mean that was the plan. It probably isn't gonna happen now.
Oh,
As plague.
because plague.
Mm-hmm.
So next year.
Well, next year we're gonna see what happens. But I'm not getting my hopes up just in case. Hope she doesn't watch the VOD. Nah, she won't watch the VOD. I'm not worried about it. She's probably just getting home right now and going pretty much straight to bed.
Watches.
Right, right. It's like the one that she stays to the end. I am trying to be better about staying on top of things. At the latest, the VOD from today's session will be on YouTube Friday. It'll be on there Thursday if I'm on top of everything. It'll be there Friday if I drop the ball. Or it'll be there Friday because Friday's my first day off and that's what I do. Tomorrow should be a normal stream. I should be on actually earlier than 2 p.m. Eastern time. I should actually hopefully be on. But that's a problem for Future Blue? Exactly. Future Blue will be worried about that. Not this Blue. This Blue does not care. This Blue is probably gonna go to bed in a minute.
Oh my god.
After some dinner. But, anyways, thank you all for watching. We're gonna end here so the Chewies don't feel bad about going and doing their thing. Their thing. Sorry, guys. Thank you all for watching. I appreciate you all. As always, be excellent to each other. Keela Sarai and Valar Morghulis. I'll catch you all tomorrow. Thank you, guys. Good night.
Bye.
Toodles.
Oh, thank you.